the North West singer. I'm going to play his interview in a moment's time, and straight after his interview, I'm going to play him the Logan waving through the window as well. This is an interview. It is pre-recorded, just to let you know. He's not sat next to me now. No, it is pre-recorded. This is the interview from the other day. Hello, this is Thomas Sharp on Rockingham Radio, and on today's show, pre-recorded, we have got Logan, also known as the Northwest Singer. What an absolute amazing singer he is. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, pal. My name's Logan. I have a website called the Northwest Singer. Obviously, I'm not the only singer in the Northwest, but it's just a bit of something easy so people can remember me. And I just go around the pubs and clubs and things like that, and I sing cover songs, and I've got a couple of my own songs, but, I make a living from playing songs called crowd pleasers is what I call them, and it's just whatever everybody wants to hear. The Killers, the Racists, stuff like that.
Nice one. What made you get into singing? Might your absolute amazing voice, or what made you get into it?
Like everybody, mate. When I was young, I had the dream of getting to like Wembley and playing the MEN Arena and all those places, mate. But like I'm 34 now. I'm like quite content where I'm at in life, and I know it's not in the stars for me. But I've got a great opportunity because I'm playing clubs, Labour clubs and stuff, and I've said to myself, if I can fill those one day, then I'll be very, very happy. So that's my goal now.
Right, nice one. What songs have you brought out for the people what don't know you?
Well, I've recently been recording some covers, like Sit Down by James, and I did a musicals number for Rockingham Radio for the musical show with Kate, and I did Waving Through a Window. Yeah. I've done Cry Me a River by Michael Bublé, which has been played on the Saturday show. Is it the Saturday show with... it's good at my head now, I'm gone.
I'm always DJing on Saturdays because I'm a DJ as well. I'm always DJing on Saturdays, so I don't really...
So like, I've done some covers, mate, and stuff like that, really, and I have got a couple of my own numbers, but they've not been heard for a long time, really.
Yeah. The question I wanted to ask you, have you ever thought of auditioning for Britain's Got Talent? Because I think you'll make it.
Do you want the honest answer, mate? Right? The honest answer is, of course, I've never been for Britain's Got Talent, but I have been for The Voice in the past, and I've been for the X Factor. Yeah. Now, I got through. When I first went, when I was like a puppy, when I was like 18, 17, when I was pure innocence, and, before everything else gets in the way. Yeah. I didn't get even past the first look. But then, a few years later, I tried again, and I got past the producer stage. And then I got through to the final bit before you get through to the live judges, and that's like you get through to something called the researcher stage. Yeah. I guess they dig up some of your past, and then they probably thought they didn't want to have another look at me.
Yeah. Have you ever been interviewed by any radio station before, or Rockingham Radio is the one what you've been interviewed on loads of times?
Well, I've never actually been interviewed on Rockingham Radio. You've got first dibs, mate.
Oh, right. I thought
so you got first dibs, mate. So I've had the odd interview in the past. Nothing worth like shouting about or anything. Just people showing support, and off the off-cuff, they say, do you want a little interview on the radio? But it's a long time. It feels like ancient history, mate. It's a long time ago. I've only just started doing it again recently, and you guys have got straight on it. So I appreciate all the love you sharing with me, mate.
No problem. First tips myself. Yeah, I do Monday to Friday breakfast show. After Friday, that's me done for the weekend. Now I'm off working and everything like that. I don't really pay attention to the schedule, actually, on Saturday and Sundays. I listen to Rob McBride on Saturday and Sunday, but that's really much it.
Yeah, Rob, that's it. Sorry, Rob. That's who gave me the first play, actually. Rob, his name just went out of my head. So Rob. So basically, I've got a guy called Andrew Puffett, and him and his partner Pauline come and see me in Morecambe. And they come and see me at a place called the William Mitchell. Yeah. And then when I started the Northwest Singer social media pages, they got in touch. And, Andrew and Pauline have shown me so much support. And Andrew, I think, knew, Rob McBride. So he's got me in touch and said, would you give this a spin? And it was Cry Me a River, the Michael Bublé cover. And, and that's how I got involved with Rockingham Radio originally. So thank you very much, Rob McBride as well, and then obviously put me on to Kate, and then you got in touch, and so it's just been brilliant, mate.
Thank you for getting back to us, because we have all these interviewers, people in what they say. Oh, interview this person, interview this person. I've even got in touch with people from Tronlines, and the amount of people what has read the message say, oh yeah, no problem, we'll do it, and then never got back to me ever since. I thought, Logan,
persistence is key, man.
Yeah, it's the one. Yes. James, Sit Down, what a tune it is. Is that one of your favourites, what you've sung?
Yeah, mate, yeah, absolutely. Love James Sit Down, love the Manchester music, and it's just a great song because it just gets everybody going every single time, like I've had a couple of videos on the page. One of the recent videos of it was, my wedding was the one, and which was a great. But if you're talking about a gig where I was actually properly gigging, because I wasn't doing that on my wedding day, I was enjoying myself. But the last gig was Rainford Labour Club, and oh my God, they turned the gig into a concert, mate. They were brilliant. I'm actually going back there on the 5th of November, and I can't wait.
Gosh, right, yes. Do you just go around clubs and pubs and everything like that, or do you go like extreme to in London and everything like that, or is it just pubs and clubs you go to?
I make a living from the pubs and clubs, mate, and you get like the odd dues, like, birthdays, anniversaries, private parties, I've just done one for the Shaw family, which was brilliant. Wherever I can, it's sort of wherever pays, because you've got to make a living. But the biggest thing I ever achieved was I opened up for Christina Perri on her tour in 2014. Christina Perri, do you know who she is?
Not really, no. Not really, no.
How old are you, bud?
I'm 18, me.
18, man, 18. Yeah. Bless you, man.
Yeah, 18.
Christina Perri, she wrote Jar of Hearts in 1,000 Years and songs like that, and she was basically looking for a local act to come and support her. She gave an opportunity, and an unbelievable opportunity, and she said, send 15-second clip in of you singing something. So lots of people did it. I thought it was going to be this boy band because they were hammering it, and I literally just sent it one time. I just sent one go, and it was somebody actually sent me the link. I can't remember if it was Sally or Kaz who sent me the link, and they just said have a go. I sent it once, and Christina heard it, and then she asked me to come and open up the show for her. So it was 2,500 Mancunians at the Ritz in Manchester. It was unbelievable.
Nice one. The cover, what you've recently just done, what's been played on the musical show with Kate. What made you do that cover?
Well, me and my missus actually just watched the film recently. I loved the song, to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought, obviously it's an American show, an American story. Yeah. I didn't want to sing it like an American because I'm British, and but I just thought give myself a challenge because it's quite a big song to sing, and I'm not used to doing that sort of thing. So I thought, go all in, why not?
Yeah. Have you brought any songs out yourself, or are you bringing any songs out yourself?
I'd love to, mate, actually. I'd love to get back writing again. I haven't wrote for a long time, so I have got some songs stored and, that I could release. The last sort of big song that I sort of not big song, but the song that I wrote, which got them a lot of attention, was Best of Friends, which is a song that I wrote about my little boy. And that's the song that got me the gig with Christina Perri, but that ended up having, a few tens of thousands views or whatever, so which was great. But I never did anything with it, mate. It's a tough industry.
Get some songs brought out, mate, and we'll do as best as Rockingham Radio to get them in the charts for you.
Yeah, mate, definitely. Absolutely.
Yeah, we love to support local artists. Before we finish, do you want to advertise your social medias and your website, please?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, you can find me at thenorthwestsinger.com, or just type in The Northwest Singer on Facebook or Instagram. I think it's at Northwest Singer on Twitter. Just follow along. I always respond to everybody. I'm just a person who don't really take life too seriously anymore, mate. You're just having a bit of fun now, and wherever I have my gig in, I'll perform. So yeah, follow along, and thanks very much to you, mate, for having me on tonight.
Thank you ever so much for being on the breakfast show. It is a pre-recorded show, this, everyone. It is being talked about 7:20 at night. Thank you for being on the show. That's your lot. That was Logan. What a guy he is. Right then, I've got his cover now. Logan, Waving Through the Window. Plays for you on Rockingham Radio at 21 minutes past 8. Turn it up.
Learn to slam on the brake before I even turn the key, before I make the mistake, before I leave with the worst of me. Give them no reason to stare, no slipping up if you slip away. So I've got nothing to share, no, I've got nothing to say. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned. On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through the window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. I'm waving through the window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? We start with stars in our eyes. We start believing that we belong, but every sun doesn't rise, and no one tells you where you went wrong. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned, On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. I'm waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest, there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you fall in a forest and nobody's around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you fall in a forest and nobody's around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? It's like I never made a sound. Will I ever make a sound? On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear. 'Cause I'm watching people pass. I'm waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving?